Data Dancer by Sandra Rennie and music by Gerard Belfife. Once there was a computer, and inside the computer lived Deirdre. Now Deirdre worked all day harvesting data inside this computer. There was an enormous shadowy figure within the machine that kept her hard at the task. And it said inside her head, "You're not fit for anything else." Deirdre knew it was right. Instead of the curvy soft hands and flexible fingers that everybody else had, she had hard digital digits. And instead of strong, stable feet and 10 wriggly toes, she had 2 stiff digital contact points, and these sparked painfully as she hopped along, marching to and fro along the electronic circuits every minute of the day. She was collecting data, sorting it, and stacking it into neat piles within the machine. And she was trapped by this constantly moving machine. One day, something strange happened. There was an extraordinary flash of light, and Deirdre found herself alone. Looking round the keyboard, she spotted a large brown seed left abandoned behind. Curious and entranced with its beauty, she picked it up and wondered, where should this be tidied to? Where is the proper place for a seed? With another flash of light, the room spun round, and dizzy, she found herself flying through the air, round and round, and she landed softly on the garden earth. Strapped on one arm was a shovel, and strapped onto her hand was the precious brown seed. How did these get there? She looked around, and she decided that this must be the right place to put it. So she thought, I'll dig a hole, bury the seed, and cover it up with straw to keep it warm. The next day at lunchtime, exactly the same thing happened. At high noon, she found herself spun right back once more, straight into the garden. She looked down at the earth. That straw seems to be bulging up. I wonder what's growing underneath. And she looked and she looked, and she realised it was a treasure chest. So she opened it. Looking inside, she thought, that looks like a whole universe inside. Oh, I wish I could fly through space and explore the stars. She rummaged around a bit more. Oh, look, underneath, a dancing dress. I'm sure that would fit me. Oh, look, and there's a thinking cap. That would help me think new thoughts. Oh, and look, there's some warm rubber earthing shoes, and those would protect my poor tortured feet. I could stand my ground firmly if I wore these. Hey, wait a minute. Let me just sit back and think. Are these mine to take? And even if they are mine to take, do I deserve them? I still don't know. Well, I'll take the first step. I'll just try them on. That can't hurt. So she tried them on, and instantly she was transported to a strange land. There were mysterious harmonies. There were strange, exciting shapes, shivering with promise. She danced with joy. She danced and danced until the light began to fade. and she found herself standing in a meadow of tall grass, dotted with buttercups, at the edge of a dark, dark, scary wood. Meet Papageno. Papageno lived in the woods. He sat there waiting each season, hoping for someone to come to visit, someone who would understand the woods and understand his world. At night, when he slept, he dreamed. He dreamed that he remembered the time when he was the puppet of the machine, when he felt bound to obey every single pull on his strings. And then one day, a tiny, red-capped thought bird flew past, and he upped and he followed it. And that's when he felt he could leave the machine and go and live in the woods. The woods made him happy, so happy he thought it would be wonderful to share this space with a soulmate. And he sat there thinking that. He looked round and he saw a strange, beautiful creature, the like of which he'd never seen before. "Hello, can I help you up?" "Who are you?" he asked, desperate to know who she was and where she'd come from. A bit uncertain, she replied, "I hardly know who I am. My name's Deirdre, and I think I work as a data processor. Well, I did, but something's happened to me, and I'm not sure who I am now. It all started when I put on this thinking cap and these earthing shoes and this dancing dress. I found myself walking into these woods as if in a dream. I dreamt that I was as cold as ice, but deep inside of me, inside my heart, was a tiny little red-capped thought bird. And that was warm and alive, and that was ready to fly away. But first of all, I had to let my thoughts float free." And Papageno replied, "I've seen your red-capped thought bird. I think you and I share dreams. I believe it was your tiny thought bird that set me free also." And Papageno said, "I would be deeply honoured to share my life with you. I think we're destined together because we share our dreams. They are the same. We both see the same red-capped thought bird." And Deirdre replied, "I would be honoured to share my life with you too. I could help you with my thinking cap, and you could help me with your soft, sensitive hands. And we could both live together and both be free of the dreadful machine." And both of them said, "Let's step into our new universe together. Let's step into our new universe together. Let's step into our new universe together. We can land together in a new home. There'll be adventures in the universe for you and me." So they walked away from the wood. They left the wood. We can walk out of the woods together, but we can always come back whenever we want to. So they decided to stay together. They decided to have adventures together. And every so often, when they needed to, the two of them returned to the wood so that they could feed their little tiny red-capped